knowing with a win they would be in, and that was the case for UNCW Volleyball. Welcome everybody to our UNCW Court Report alongside Amy Bambanek. I'm Mike Vaccaro here talking about the Volley Hawks here. And Coach, you had 2 matches last week. You knew you only needed to get 1, and you were into the conference tournament, and you got that. Took care of business against Elon. Exciting match against the Phoenix last week.
Yes, a very exciting match. I mean, we dropped the first 2 sets by 2 and 3 points, and I felt that even though we lost those first 2 sets, I felt that we were playing well. I felt that our team was in the right headspace to be able to take Elon to 5, and obviously very thankful for the turnaround. And I felt like once we kind of got in rhythm and got a little ahead of them, we never backed down after we got that 3rd set under our belt. And it was amazing to be able to see kind of just the positive change just on our team's faces going into that 5th set. I just kind of had that gut feeling that we were going to take care of business in that 5th set, because a lot of times, you never know what's going to happen, but I felt that we really played solid volleyball in those last 3 sets against Elon.
And it was senior night as well, so a little extra special to know that, okay, you get a win on senior night, and you clinch that final spot.
Yes, these seniors have meant so much to our program. I mean, they've played some important roles for our team. Every single one of them have really played and made an impact their entire career here at UNCW. So to be able to go out with a win, in Hanover Hall against Elon, who's been kind of our nemesis, from last year, and to kind of have that revenge factor going on in that game was exciting. But I thought all of the seniors played great, and everyone on the team was playing their hardest just for them that night.
So again, senior night win against Elon, a 3-2 win there. You still had one more game to go, one more match against William & Mary on the road on Sunday. What was the mindset of the team going into that, again, knowing that you already clinched that final spot? We wanted to be able to play consistent, tough volleyball, and I felt that we had a little bit of a slow start in the first set. We dropped that first set, and they might have had a little bit of senior day magic themselves as things happen. But we need to be a little crisper and cleaner right out of the gate going into the CAA tournament. We can't allow teams to go on such big point scoring runs as William & Mary did in that first set against us. I think we might have been down like 10-2 or something like that in the very beginning, but our girls battled back and we closed the gap, and then we came out kind of ready to go in the 2nd, 3rd, and 4th set against William & Mary. But we've got to be able to play clean volleyball and just be very consistent with our offense and defense. Consistently, for the whole weekend at the CAA tournament. So it's the first time since 2015 that you make it to the conference tournament. You won it that year in 2015. Yeah. So what will your message be to your kids going into this tournament?
I think we're one of the only teams that has beaten both Hofstra and JMU this season. I don't know if there's any other teams if there's many other teams in the top 6 that can say that. And although Charleston took those 2 matches against us, this season, I think that we can put together a good game plan and put up a good fight, and we want to be playing our best against them. And to me, I don't care about seedings, and I think every coach in our conference knows that it does not matter what seed you are. It's anybody's match to take. It's anybody's championship to take, and we've got to go into it with that mentality. We've got to go in there and take it, not just sit back and see if someone's going to hand it to us. It's going to have to be 100% earned from our team.
Well, it will start in Charleston against the Cougars. That'll be the Friday 6 o'clock match. With a win there, you would face the number 2 seed James Madison. But as you said, Charleston won both, but you go down there and it seems like everybody's slate wiped clean.
It's almost a neutral court. We're going to be playing. They're going to convert their recreation center into a championship court. I've experienced that a couple years ago when we played at that facility. It's very similar to Hanover Hall, just being a small, fun, exciting, and intense environment. So we're looking forward to it.
Again, we talked about the pressure maybe on these girls to make it to the conference tournament. Now you're there, and again, everybody starts from zero. Do you feel like the pressure is off you guys now?
Yeah, a little bit, but at the same time, I want our girls to not think about the pressure. I want them to think about the excitement of what this opportunity presents. So if we think about pressure, that can kind of hold us back. But if we think about, this next point gives us the opportunity to gain momentum, one match at a time, 1 point at a time. Once we start to look ahead and kind of predetermine in our minds what may or may not happen, I think you stop kind of playing in the moment, living in the moment, and we want our girls to remember, we remember this moment for their lifetime. And I think if we go in with the right mindset, then that'll be the experience that they'll remember forever. So just 1 point at a time, one set at a time, not getting ahead of ourselves. We got one game to take care of first and foremost on Friday night against Charleston. That's going to be a battle. And then after that, we can focus on the next opponent.
Again, it's been a few years, but the last time was a championship year for UNCW. Coach, again, as you said, Friday night, 6 o'clock, UNCW and Charleston in the first round of that CA championship down there in Charleston, South Carolina. Coach, best of luck.
Thank you.
For Amy Bambanek, I'm Mike McCarroll. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you next week for another edition of the UNCW Court Report right here on the Seahawk Digital Network.